They are good and funny characters for some people, while some people are terrified by them. However, the times are changing, and our heroes will tell us how contemporary Ukrainian clowns look like. Well, as for acrobats' routine yesterday, I watched a video. It was not bad as it appeared in a circus. It looked good. Yeah, but I think the routine with heels went better. Unless you tell somebody, they will not guess that it is clowning. Just watch. Borys is flying. Hi guys. What are your names and what will you tell me today? I am Anton. I am Andrei. Viktor. Borys. We should clarify that we're clowns. Wow, clowns. To be honest, being a clown is fun. We're clowns and proud. By the way, we have a business. Well, Viktor has a business and we're proud of him. We graduated from the Kyiv Academy of Circus and Applied Arts, and today we will tell you about what we're doing. Yo, come on.
На самом деле, осознание того, что я когда-то буду или сейчас являюсь клоуном.
Indeed, I did not realize that one day I would become a clown. I could not put it in place, and it is hard to comprehend even now. When people ask you, what's your job, what are you doing for a living, and you respond, I'm a clown, they don't get it at first. Then you need to explain the profession to people, that it is interesting, and tell them everything about traveling, giving performances on large, big, enormous stages, projectors, fame, and all that goes with it.
Огромные сцены, софиты, слава, все, что хочешь. Попал в клоунаду я на самом деле случайно.
I got into the clown profession purely by chance, but my friends don't believe me. I practiced dancing for 8 years, and after that, I decided that I wanted to do something else, something modern and cooler. I came up to my instructor and said, you know, I think that I will quit dancing. I want to do something new, some cool breakdance or acrobatics. They were like, acrobatics? A circus studio recently opened in the city. So I went there and I liked it instantly because I realized I knew nothing about the circus.
А потом я попал в цирковую.
Then I enrolled in the Academy of Circus and Applied Arts. My coach took me to the rehearsal room where the academy students train, and then I got an emotional revelation. It was a huge hangar where nearly about 100 artists were constantly engaged in some active work. This is how I became familiar with the academy, and I immediately made my decision to apply there.
Мое знакомство с академией, и так я решил, что я хочу сюда точно поступить.
На самом деле я
I was engaged in it since childhood, to be exact, because my parents are artists. Since childhood, I was practicing acrobatics, and I got stuck in all of this. It was truly interesting for me.
Меня все так затянуло, мне это заинтересовало. Я не понял, точно, что мне приносит кайф. Это либо как бы сам процесс, когда...
I'm not sure what I like in particular, the rehearsals or the performance on stage. When I'm on stage, I get an adrenaline surge, when the audience is amazed and likes what I'm doing. Rehearsals are the moment when we try to do something new and train.
А самой тренировки, потому что это мы все время делаем что-то новое и учимся. Просто я понял то, что клоунада...
I thought that clownery is a genre that can include everything, acrobatics and aerial gymnastics. After all, those are elements that may be presented in quite a humorous way to make the audience laugh.
Это все можно, во-первых, принести в клоунаду, и тем более это можно еще сделать смешно.
I came to the circus when a friend of mine invited me to check it out. We grew up together in one district and studied in the same school. We did not know one another, but we got together in the Academy of Circus and Applied Arts in Lviv. And I am a native of Lviv, so I thought this would be cool. He took me to the studio where he had been practicing for 10 years. He also traveled around the world. So he inspired me. There I met the coach and studied at a studio while I finished college. Then he applied to the Academy of Circus and Applied Arts in Kyiv, and I went with him.
Я не знал, что я буду клоуном, но
I didn't know that I would become a clown, but I was convinced that I would become an artist. It runs in my family. My parents and godparents are artists, so I like this environment, and it drew me to the stage and big performances.
мне это всегда нравилось. Нравилась сцена, нравилось выступать. Начиналось все, наверное, еще с детства.
It started in childhood, at dancing school. My mom took me there because she taught there, and since then I enjoyed performing on stage. I loved circus, the genre, I enjoyed it and naturally wanted to combine performance and circus genres. Since I could not decide which genre I liked exactly, I chose clownery because this profession is a combination of all these genres into one whole.
Совмещает в себе, этот жанр совмещает в себе все жанры циркового искусства.
Да нет, началось все с того, на самом деле, что мы поступили...
It started when we enrolled in the academy. Vitya and I attended it earlier than the other guys, who came later. None of us ever even thought that one day we would work together as a
И
team.
никто из нас не думал работать в коллективе, в группе, по сути, но...
I thought about it. Have you? He always thinks something. Up until the moment when the director set us the task to arrange a duo routine, and suddenly there was an offer to participate at New Year performance at the Cherkasy Drama Theater, and we were included as clowns with our routines. So we started to work as a duo, and only then, after several routines and after graduation from the academy,
клоунами, ну, несколько номеров наших. Так мы начали работать сначала дуэтом, а вот потом, сделав пару номеров, и уже, когда мы выпустились из цирковой академии...
Мы нашли в капусте Бориса. И в бусе...
And then the stork brought Borys, and the bus brought Anton. Anton had a big bus. Well, he still has one. Borys also still has his teeth, and it is his perk. We're very proud of him.
Его пробивная сила, вот мы этим гордимся. Это было сложно, потому что если кто-то...
It was hard because people think that being a clown means to go on stage, mess around, and that's it. That's completely opposite of the truth, and they teach you in the academy that a clown must know everything. The line is pretty, but it is true. You should know acrobatics, play an instrument, stand on your hands, juggle, sing, and you should have a lot of different talents.
Жонглировать, петь, очень много талантов должно развиваться.
Трудностей как таковых...
We had difficulties, but there were not crucial ones per se. Alexander Vasilievich gave us everything step by step, phase by phase, and systematically. No one poured cold water over you and left you to improvise. There were never moments like that. Everything is step by step. I cannot say that it was difficult.
Не могу сказать, что было там очень-очень сложно.
Сейчас мы пройдем ружья, мы посмотрим, вы все в разных образах, то давайте хотя бы постараемся, чтобы это каким-то образом сейчас мы увидели. Вот этот момент, когда Боря не может грязную руку как бы взять, и вот эти терзания, и как бы есть выход такой, раз, потому что он грязной рукой как бы закрыл эту тему. Хорошо?
Первый такой большой выход на сцену.
The first live performance we had with Andriy, we went to Cherkasy to perform in the Shevchenko Theater, if I am not mistaken, and we went there with handmade costumes. It was hardcore and fun. The freshman year, we studied literally for 4 to 5 months and got to perform in Cherkasy on the big stage. The kids were screaming their heads off, everything was in chaos, and at that moment, you don't have a clue what to do.
Там дети орут, ты такой в хаосе не знаешь, что делать.
Трудностей, как в любой профессии, хватает.
The profession has its difficulties, like any other. For instance, you come out on stage and when people should be laughing, there is silence. You start to overthink it and ask yourself what is not working. The key moment is to not get wrapped up in this. and simply continue your routine act, otherwise everything will fall apart. The first performance on stage is dreadful. You never know if people would or would not laugh, if everything will work out, and of course something can go wrong. Anyhow, there will be misfires. At times it is even better when something goes wrong. It is a lesson to learn from.
Когда на сцене что-то идет не так.
В нашем часовом шоу практически над каждым
A
номером
one-hour show requires a lot of rehearsals, since every element in the routine has tricks. The tricks are complex, and it is hard to create them, so they should be well rehearsed. One of the most complicated elements, even for the brains, was the one with heels. All four of us were dressed in white spandex with 14-centimeter high heels.
14-сантиметровых каблуках все четвером. И мне нравится то, что мы сейчас с нашим режиссером Alex.
I like the fact that with our director Alex Bilahoop, we today are creating new clownry. For a long time, the art of clownry was performed as it was 100 years ago. The clown comes with heavy makeup that nobody understands, with a big red nose, and says duckling or something like that. No child would be interested in this duckling in the 21st century. They're fascinated by iPhones, schmiphones, anything but ducklings. Therefore, I like what we're doing now. We're performing with contemporary music, showing contemporary topics, and try to do something that is relevant and up to date.
Вообще стараемся делать это современно.
У меня образ,
I have a character that is small and lively, something like a Formula One type, but smaller. I don't remember my first performance with Formatics, meaning with a group. Yet I think that I was quite happy then. It was something new for me.
с коллективом, я точно не помню, но в принципе, мне кажется, я тогда был рад.
Moreover, the group was a complex and ongoing process where not one but many people are cooperating. When there is more than one person, it becomes a bit harder, since you are relying on others.
Когда больше людей, становится чуть сложнее, потому что ты зависишь от них.
Каждый по-своему настраивается на выход.
Each of us focuses differently before the performance. We, all four, for instance, Borys always stands and trembles backstage. This is how he focuses on the show. I and Vitya are thinking, remembering elements, and Andrusha often forgets something during a performance. We have to remind him, like Andrusha, you know this stuff, come on, is it good to go?
Всегда там какие-то моменты, мы ему напоминаем: Андрюш, ну ты же помнишь, что там как бы все хорошо.
На самом деле, не все.
Actually, Ukrainian clownery is not that sorrowful as it may appear. Several years ago, Monte Carlo held the popular circus competition, which is considered the Oscars of the circus world.
А это на самом деле в цирковом мире примерно как Оскар. И вот там абсолютно все три самых главных призовых места.
Ukrainians took all three prize places, and the clown trio Ekivoki, which studied under our coach and studied at our academy, won the bronze medal and overall brought home a lot of prizes.
И привезли очень много значимых наград сюда.
Существует ли какой-то...
Is there any community? Do you contact each other? Yes, it's totally cool. We're friends and we're constantly communicating. How does your work have an impact on your life? It is cool because it emancipates you, gives you a lot of positive moments in life, and enables you to meet new and interesting people. Is it cool to be a clown? Yeah, it's cool. May the force be with you. Let's do what's cool.